Meanwhile, Iran has launched another round of retaliatory strikes at Israel. Warning sirens have been sounding across the country all through Friday. Israel has intercepted a number of missiles, but falling debris and shrapnel have caused damage and sparked fires in several cities. Let's get more on the Iranian strikes in Israel from Rory Chalins, who joins us from Jordan's capital, Aman. Rory, this is now into the 43rd or 46th wave of strikes that is coming from Iran towards Israel. What can you tell us about what impact it's having?
Yeah, the last barrage came in a couple of hours ago, and so the damage reports have been sort of filtering in the time since then. What we know is that there have been a couple of damaged sites reported. This salvo was launched against central and southern Israel. There's been a fire reported in the city of Lod, and there is also a projectile that fell down in a Bedwin village in the Negev desert. Now, a reminder about how unequal shelter access is in Israel. Of roughly 12,000 public shelters across the country, only 37 of those are actually in Arab communities. Now, around the figures on that's 0.3% of shelters in Arab communities. So you can see how little access some of these communities have to safety when these barrages come in. Now, they're not the only barrage that's happened today. There was at least two earlier on that again struck at central Israel, and we were hearing of damage in Sham, which is near Benguran Airport. There was a roof fire on a residential building, led to the evacuation of about 30 people. Region Lezion, south of Tel Aviv, a school was damaged there, and a projectile was lodged in the road, and emergency services were having to deal with that situation. And there was also damage reported in Holon and Yehud. So, yeah, it's been a busy day in Israel for these Iranian missiles coming in, as we have seen multiple days over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Rory, and as they deal with those incoming Iranian missiles, there is also, of course, the offensive that's happening in southern Lebanon from northern Israel. What can you tell us about what's happening there right now?
Yeah, well, this is a two-front war for Israel at the moment. It started off just against Iran, of course, and then a couple of days into the war, rockets came across the border from Hezbollah in Lebanon, and so now Israel is looking at expanding the ground offensive that it has launched against Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. It's given evacuation warnings to anyone south of the Latani River. It's now expanded that evacuation to the next river system up from the Latani, basically pushing further and further away from the Lebanon-Israeli border. We are hearing that there are going to be new reservists called up, and that ground offensive is going to be pushed further and further into Lebanon. They're talking about into the heart of Lebanon. Now, the talk in Israel at the moment is that this is not going to be a short conflict. They're talking about how this is now going to be at least going as far as Passover next month. It could go further than that. The expectation is that the conflict with Iran might well be wrapped up sooner than the conflict against Hezbollah. Hezbollah is the time frame for that is looking pretty long term, and that, of course, has impacts on the home front in Israel, where these rockets are landing pretty much round the clock in these northern communities. The hope that those northern communities have in Israel is that as Hezbollah is pushed further away from the border, the rocket fire diminishes.
Rory Chalins live in Amman, Jordan. Thank you, Rory.